Now, I know we're already one race into the 2024 F2 season, but here are my 10 reasons why you should watch F2 and give it a chance over other series like Formula 1.
New cars.
This year, F2 introduced a new spec car designed to resemble the ground effect F1 cars that were implemented in 2022. As shown by the 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix, this resulted in closer racing over more laps, with chances for overtaking cars to come back at the overtaker and attempt to get back over them. This change also helps the drivers to adapt to F1 when they get the opportunity to impress, either in a practice session or in a full-time F1 seat. It has an additional bonus of allowing the new drivers of the series, the rookies, to be more competitive, as all drivers have to adapt to this new car challenge.
More drivers.
There are 11 teams, with 2 drivers per team, meaning 22 drivers. That's 2 more drivers than F1. That means even more possibility for action all over the track.
Closer races and different winners.
Last season, F2 had 12 different winners. That's over half of the grid. Across 26 races, 6 wins was the most amount anyone had throughout the whole season, with that person, Vesti, not even winning the championship. 17 drivers also got at least a podium. That's more than 75% of the grid, so no matter who you support, you'll most likely be able to celebrate at some point in the season. All this leads to a very intriguing title fight that typically isn't decided until the last race of the season. This is a marked difference from F1, where Max dominated in 2023 and lets do the same again this year, hoping to win the title even before the halfway mark. Also, with the sprint race reversing the top 10 on the grid, this means an even closer race for points and even more action.
Find and gatekeep drivers.
F2 is a great location to find your next favourite driver, be them a rookie or a seasoned F1 Academy reserve on the verge of hitting the big time. Here you can pick drivers early on in their career, which can also give you some substantial reason to gatekeep them when they get to F1, and everyone starts jumping on the bandwagon. I found Liam Lawson in F2 in 2021, and that made him my favourite driver. Eventually I started watching him in DTM and also F2 the next year, where he impressed me even more, meeting Alex Albon in the DTM series.
Less work, less races.
With the F1 calendar getting busier and busier every year, this has meant that I have less and less time. F2's calendar is way reduced, having 10 less races than F1. This means 10 weekends more, where you're not waiting around for a race. And the races you do wait around for are better.
Action every day.
F2 has something competitive to watch every day. It has quality after one practice session on the Friday, which makes getting a good setup even harder and more sporadic performance. Then a sprint race on Saturday, then a final feature race on Sunday. This means whenever you tune in, something important is happening, unlike the typical first 3 sessions for an F1 race weekend.
More convenient times.
For Europeans, 8 of the 14 race weekends occur in Europe, which means the races happen during the mornings, sometimes around 8 to 9 o'clock, and last only an hour maximum. Not only does this mean you don't have a midday qualifying session or race to get back for as you've already watched it, but it's a bit shorter so you can get about your day faster.
High turnover of drivers.
Every year, there are plenty of new characters to meet, with typically at least 5 new drivers a year coming from F3, Formula Regional or other championships. 10 new drivers joined the grid this year, with most of them performing exceptionally well in their first race. Unlike F1, where this last season had no turnover of drivers, there's always something new to look out for during F2, with also quite a lot of mid-season changes towards the rear of the field happening as well.
Individually focused.
Each driver does not care about how well the team does, just himself. That means fight between teammates, no team orders, and sometimes ruthless decisions. Every man looks out for himself, and it's common to see drivers from the same team and different driver academies fighting at the front and being ruthless and aggressive, and I'm here for it.
Less experienced drivers.
Drivers in F1 are typically risk adverse and won't go for a move if they think it might result in damage. In F2, sometimes the drivers either don't care, don't know, or know they need a performance to catch F1 attention and will send it in the corner anyway, regardless of the likelihood of a crash. This means there's more action, there's more drama. It's just great. There's safety cars hit left, right and centre. There's 3-4 car pile-ups every race almost. It's a free-for-all, it's chaotic, and it's great. It always delivers, no matter what race you're watching, with some kind of mishap bound to happen. These are my 10 reasons why you should watch F2 this year. Let me know if you're going to tune in for the F2. There's a race coming up this weekend in Jeddah, right before the F1 race. Maybe give it a go and see what you think. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. Peace.